Hello my friends, welcome to my channel. Little inside joke. It's Saturday, January 12th, 10:50 in the evening. Thought I'd do a little pepper update. Try to get rid of some of this crazy light there so we can see. Things are doing pretty good. Not everything is sprouted, but we definitely got a lot that have. So we'll just run through these real quick. Plan on going out to the garage and taking a look at the overwinter stuff. So we got ahi lemons. 3 out of 3 have sprouted. It's looking pretty good. Ahi chaparrita. These guys are starting to get true leaves already. 3 out of 3. Ahi mango longs. 3 out of 3. So far 100% germination. Some later than others. And then we hit the mild stuff. Absolutely nothing. But these guys, I got them from the grocery store. Picked the seeds off of Green Pods. You know how they sell them over there, but oh well. Same thing here. Ooh, that wasn't there earlier. So this is the bell pepper Anaheim cross that I made. I didn't think they were gonna germinate, but looks like we got a little guy there popping through. Cool deal. I watered them earlier. I'm just watering with a spray bottle, spraying a little bit of water up on top and stuff. Nothing crazy. I don't have a double cup set up, and these cups don't have any holes in the bottom, so I'm trying not to oversaturate them. Moving along, Star Roger pumpkin. 1 out of 3. Yeah, I thought maybe that little green speck or something, but don't think it is. Ahi mangoes. 2 out of 3. And I noticed today there's some yellowing. What that means, I don't know. It's pretty early to have some yellowing, but I don't know. We'll see what happens. I think those seeds are part of the old pack that I had that might have been molded, so I don't know. We'll see what happens. Ahi pineapple. 3 for 3 on these guys. Already getting the true leaves. So good job on those. Majority of these ahis I got from Rob Blumberg, so they're doing pretty good. These guys are looking awesome. Lemon Starburst, all 3 of them, same exact size, height. They look exactly the same. Getting true leaves exactly the same way. How in the world that happens, what this guy did to make this cross is beyond me, but talk about consistency. So that's cool. Kingstar white tie. 3 for 3 on that one. You can tell which one sprouted first. That big guy over there. Well, actually, these two closest to the bottom of the screen are, I guess they popped up around the same time. Stargazer. Only got 1 there so far. Not too sure what's up with that, but cup's kind of heavy, man. This one is holding water pretty good. Here we got the Serrano. Absolutely nothing. It's a mild pepper in my eyes. And I got this one from the grocery store too. Picked the seeds off of that one, so we'll see what happens there. We got a burgundy torch. This one surprised me. They were completely molded out. When I first had gotten these seeds, I if I'm remembering right, I could be completely wrong, but I don't think I ever got them out of a pepper. But I didn't think these things were going to work because they were in the same Ziploc bag full of all the other peppers. Not peppers, but pepper seeds that got molded. So pretty much all this stuff was moldy. Had zero faith that these things would sprout, but there they are. Looking forward to that. Got this FL Tangerine Cream. I have no idea what these things are going to look like, what they're going to taste like, but they sound cool. That was, those things were around, I guess, before my time on the PLC, so I didn't really get to see much about them. Yellow Jackets. Rob Blumberg's Cross. They're doing pretty good. These two were fairly new sprouts. I thought I was only going to have two, but then this one popped out. This one's already getting its true leaves. So, doing good there. Kingstar Mystery Orange. These guys are trying to do a bunch of stuff there. So, 2 for 3. Let's see what happens there. I don't know what that's gonna look like either. What it's gonna taste like, how hot it is, nothing. Bohemian Goats from got these from Rob Blumberg also. Look at that guy. Didn't quite split all the way. This thing, when it was coming out of the soil, it still had the seed that was like stuck to it, and so I guess somehow that leaf never split. Yeah, so it looks a little funny, but 2 for 3 on this one. I'm curious to see what's gonna happen with those second set of leaves that are trying to come out there. We'll find out. Not everything's sprouting. This is another one that was inside of that moldy bag. Some yellow. That was a little Osmocote bead that just rolled across. So I don't know, we'll see. Sweet Apple. Another pepper that I have absolutely no idea what this is, but got a little sprout. This one just recently came up, so I'm guessing probably this week the rest of them are going to end up popping off. Then we got the Sugar Rush Peach. They're looking a little funky. These guys are like right in the center of the table at the bottom, and they're kind of between where the light hits for both of them. So I'm kind of wondering if maybe that weird gray area between the two lights is causing these leaves to do this little twisty thing. So I don't know. I might move them. Then moving along, we got red ghost peppers. 2 of them out of 3. Doing pretty good. Look at those guys. Big old leaves. Sweet Mira, absolutely did not think that this thing was gonna actually germinate. I think you could tell which ones had mold because the soil is actually like turning green wherever the seeds were. But the seeds are still sprouting, so that's kind of weird. Purple pumpkin. Those guys are looking pretty good. This was one of the red peppers that I got off of Scott Tippett, I had ordered some jams off him. He sent me a box of peppers to try out, and that was some of them. So pretty cool. Then we got the Death Spiral. Goddamn Death Spiral. These things are hot. I didn't think I had anything, but there you go. One lonely sprout. It used to be over here in the corner, and then I traded places, and it finally sprouted. So that's cool. Carolina Reapers, I think, are kind of doing the same thing that the Sugar Rush Peach is. They're kind of like on the outskirts of the light zone. So 3 for 3 right there. I might have to move them. It's probably good if I just set up a rotation, because I know some of these guys are like under certain LEDs, and they're just getting different like light spectrums, I think. But this is kind of funny. You got 2 super green ones and then 1 dark one. So who knows? Got those off of a seed giveaway, I think, from a Bat and Bear show. That's cool. Yellow Scotch bonnets, nothing happening there. Same with the orange Scotch bonnets, nothing going on. Yellow ghost peppers, 2 for 3, same as the red. The marugula, these guys, they all just kind of, they took their time, but they all came up. So that's cool. Chocolate Naga Brain. Didn't think this was ever going to sprout. We got a little guy right there. A little bit of green too. That means that this was part of that moldy bag. Dorset Nagas. Strong plant. Those guys have got the biggest true leaves, I think. Next to this Moruga Scorpion that I got from Rob Z's peppers. Yeah. They're doing all kinds of funky stuff out here on the edge of the table. So this one for sure. I didn't think anything was going to happen, but I didn't notice that green either. So the ones that do have seedlings, they also have green. So maybe we got something happening there. Reaper X Mad Balls. This thing's growing strong. All 3 seeds germinated. And Chocolate Douglas. Yeah, that guy came up early. The other 2. Just kind of like a little ladder. Then we got this Moruga Yellow. So those kind of came up around the same time. Yeah, but 3 for 3 there. So overall we're not doing too bad. Door's been open for a little bit, but you can tell temperatures about 80 and change. Humidity has been floating in that tropical range. But occasionally what I've been doing is turning on this dome lamp. It's a 70-watt dome lamp that I pretty much always had down here for the snake. But I noticed when it was on the bottom, it was raising the temperature up on the top. So I figured out, hey, why not just put it up on top, and then whenever I need some extra heat, I can click this thing on, crack the door, and then hit the lights. And so far it's been working pretty good. But it does generate a lot of heat, so if I'm not careful and I do leave it on, then it gets up to, pushing the high 90s. So that's that. Let's go take a look at the garage where I got my overwintered peppers. So here we are in the garage. My little ghetto grow tent. It's just 2 Mylar blankets that I happen to have this little shelf full of junk, a bunch of unnecessary stuff, some buckets that I've been bringing home from work for next year. I got a fan blowing on these things. My kid actually plucked a little weed out of the ground and made a little dirt plug and tried to keep it going, but she didn't water it, so oh well. That's what happens. Don't forget to water. Try to get this guy. I got it on one of these little Christmas light timers. Turn the light on. I got the light from Walmart. I thought I had shared the picture of it, but the fixture itself was like $10.80, and then the a pair of light bulbs. They have the plant and veg light bulbs over there for sale for like, I don't know, it was expensive, but they didn't have a lot of lumens, so I just ended up picking up a pair. They had a 2-pack of 2900 lumen TA bulbs, and so I picked those guys up. So pause this and then pick up the drape, and then we'll take a look. Alright, so peeled back the top off of that thing, and these are all the plants that I pulled from outside that I was growing this year. It's about 90% Anaheim. Most of these big bushy guys are all Anaheim, and there's a couple of jalapenos. Jalapenos are not doing too hot, but they're still alive, I think, once they go outside here pretty soon. They should be okay. But start off orange bucket. This was a jalapeno, and jalapenos, they produced okay. It's got a flower there, a couple of ladybugs, pepper back there, that's a new one. They just seem sick, like they just are not doing too well. A lot of discoloration on the leaves and stuff. That's like ever since I don't know, during the summer I got hit pretty hard with bugs, aphids and the sort, and all these guys are dirty. They all got bugs on them and stuff. That's why they're out here in the garage. But they were the biggest plants that I was trying to carry over to next year. So far they're surviving. I've kind of trimmed them back. I did trim back the jalapeno and then cut off one of the branches right here. It was like reaching all the way up to the top. This right here was my attempt at rooting the cutting, and it didn't like it, so it's alright. This guy right here is I think this is like the only overwinter plant that I did like semi right. I ended up like chopping down a bunch of the leaves and stuff, and trimmed a bunch of the branches, and it's got the main structure is doing really good, and then I mean, you can see where I cut off branches and stuff, but yeah, I got new growth mixed in with the old growth, and so yeah, it's doing pretty good. This is another Anaheim. You can tell the Anaheims, they tend to grow like pretty thick with foliage. All the leaves are like really close. I don't know if we have bugs. I honestly haven't looked at these things. I accidentally ordered ladybugs, 1,500 ladybugs, just because they happen to be in my shopping cart on Amazon, and then I just checked out and forgot that I had them there. So that's what all this like straw stuff is, and these little wood chips. There was 1,500 ladybugs. They were everywhere. Now, I don't know. There's a few dead ones on the ground, but now they're not everywhere. They're somewhere, but they're not here. Oh well. Some of them. Here's another Anaheim. A bunch of ladybugs. Still got some flowers. Got some peppers. This thing looks like maybe it got crossbred somehow with a jalapeno, because that's pretty fat looking Anaheim. The branch goes all the way out here, kind of mixes in with the jalapeno plant. This was another jalapeno plant that I did wrong when I tried to prune it back to overwinter. I pruned it back. I've been watering it, but my mistake, I didn't leave any leaves on this thing. So I thought it was dead the whole entire time. I kept on watering it, and we're actually getting some new leaves popping off at the bottom. So we'll see what happens. This guy is almost ready. That's cool. The bottom looks like crap. It looks like it's split open. I don't think I'll be eating that thing. There's no telling what's inside of it. Oh well. There actually is jalapeno back there. Last time I counted, there was like 11 peppers. But this guy inside of the big green pot, that was my biggest Anaheim pepper. Let me turn off this fan. Cut down the noise and the movement. So yeah, this is my biggest Anaheim pepper plant. It was pretty loaded down. I never did prune it back. Maybe I should. I don't know. A lot of this old growth is just like looking pretty nasty. I hit it with Epsom salt. I've done the ladybugs. I tried the whole entire neem thing. It doesn't work. It doesn't work at all. I've done the CalMag. I've done pretty, I don't know, to me that's extensive as far as all the stuff I'm dumping in there. But I don't know. Maybe it just needs some fresh soil. So we'll see. We'll see what it does when it goes outside, inside the planter. No peppers on here. I'm pretty sure this was like, yeah. It's like bug damage. This thing was like filthy. All these plants were just like disgusting with bugs. I think for the most part the ladybugs have been doing pretty good. But here's another Anaheim. Bunch of flowers on there. Some dead, some still going. Tons of ladybugs. Tons of buds. I think that might be why I need to like trim these things back. I'm just like so happy with like the new growth and everything that's going on at the top that I'm afraid to chop it down. Because I don't know if this stuff at the bottom is going to do good. And then we got another Anaheim. I kind of went crazy on Anaheims this year. But this guy has a bunch of peppers. So, plant doesn't look too good, but it's actually still growing. Speaking of not looking good, this was a jalapeno plant. I did trim it. Yeah, I did trim it, but these stuff just looks dirty, man. Like the leaves are all ugly, brown spots, and it gets the same water, the same everything as the other plants, but it's the first one that the fan hits. So I don't know. Maybe that has something to do with it. Then I got this. This guy never made it into a bucket, but it's actually been doing all right. This is one of the plants from last year that my dogs ate. So, yeah, they ate it down to a stump right there. And then it ended up getting side shoots that grew out, and that's kind of where the plant is right now. But just recently started getting this stuff down here at the bottom, so that's kind of where we are. All these are going to go inside the planter in the summer. Try to carry over these 2 strains, and we'll see where that takes us. So thanks for watching.